It's there we go. How's it sound? Okay, looks good. I don't even know if this will have a VOD. But yeah, whatever. Put this in the center. This will help. Right, plain. And I wish Archive was back right now. But I miss contributing cover art to Music Brains. It's only been like a few days. Could have been worse. Could have been better too. And I uploaded a thing on Archive to an old French compilation of pop hits as interpreted by some random French people. I mean, they're pretty good musicians, but I guess they kind of had to rush because it does sound rushed. And they made a lot, like hundreds, in the course of like 5 years, like all to themselves. So they must have like had like over 10 recordings a day or something. Okay, maybe not that much, but you get it, there was a lot. I think I have like 60 60 scans, no, rips of cover records of the System Disco label. Yeah. And there was also Le Tréteau, another label. This was all music, like on vinyl records, that my father sold to people when he was young. On the market, like on a marketplace and shit. Like when that was like still like pretty profitable, like very profitable, especially. They made a good living out of that. And there was like more than 5 labels, maybe like 10 labels, more than that, just dedicated to making covers, cover music, like what was popular at the time. It's insane. They had like a whole underground mafia of people just recording like all this music that was coming out. And I'm pretty sure like there was some cross-pollination. I don't really get what happened, but like there's some songs that between labels, like it's the exact same recordings, like same masters. So they must have like had agreements or something to like share specific recordings, because you will find the same song recorded the same way on 2 records from different labels, and even like years apart. That's pretty damning on vinyl releases, but like there were vinyl releases from the System Disco label that were later re-released on CD on the Mark label. So I'm pretty sure Mark is like a subsidiary or a successor to System Disco. I'm pretty sure. My dad told me like on the receipts when he bought Mark merchandise to sell on the marketplace, it was literally written System Disco on the damn receipt, the invoice. They had the logo and shit. They had like a laser scanner probably for that. He told me he still had some invoices from back then, but maybe he lost them or something. But yeah, the amount of shit my dad tells me about that, it's too much that is corroborated by the actual like records. I got Pop Hits, which is like a non-label. They made a specific label called Pop Hits. Some really obsessed guy archived and like, ripped and scanned all of the Pop Hits cover releases on vinyl. I don't know who that is, but man, I can't find that anymore. The original release apparently was on torrents. It was over torrent. All of this Puppet stuff is it's not released anymore, I think. I think the only guy them that was like making the music, like the I guess the arranger is Mario Cavallero. He died a few years ago. I mean, I'm talking about 70s records. The 70s, man. My dad wasn't even born when he was like releasing stuff under Pop Hits. This Mario Cavallero guy. I mean, he wasn't the one singing it for the most part. He had like a few people on Music Brain. Somebody like wrote some names for vocals. Yeah. I don't know how they got it, because there's on these cover records you never see any like vocals credits at all. It's just generally the original composers of the songs, because these are covers, and like I think in the music copyright system you know they don't register these covers as special releases, like as different works. They just use the original works. Like for example, Funky Town, it's gonna like back to the composers. I forgot the names who made Funky Town. And yeah. Speaking of which, on at least on System Disco and like on another label, I don't remember which, they had like they had original songs. Yeah, original songs they put at the end of each vinyl side to pad out the record, which is kind of funny to me, because it's just completely novel songs. Like, and they put it in at the end after like a bunch of top hits. Like you listen to Funky Town, the physical, let's get physical. You know, you listen to like some French thing, Henri Porte de Lila, for some anything that was popular at the time in France, and then you have just a song called Spatial Warm by some guy in the label company that just made that. And some of them are pretty good, and there's actually some of these like original songs, these padding songs that have been sampled in music. If you actually look into it, pretty crazy when I learn about that. There's actually some people who like found the original like vinyl record samples, and they're from these French cover records, and they're on whosampled.com. They're referenced there. I wonder how people actually find this stuff, because you gotta listen to like 90s, early 2000s stuff to like find people sampling this, because that was the time when they were still like digging for samples, like really they still dig for samples in like vinyl stuff, but I guess they did that more often than back then, because man, that's the period where like these records were getting sampled left and right. Of course, they wouldn't actually sample the what's it called, the licensed songs, like the actual big names. They would always take these original things, like Vaisseau Perdu, another song like that. These are registered at the SACEM, the French music rights organization, the SACEM, and and yeah, it's just funny to me. This is I've got like a bunch of them that I've found in brocants. What do you call them still? I forget. It's like there's yard sales. There's like I guess it's kind of like the flea market. Yeah, I guess it would be a flea market. I went to a bunch of flea markets. And found a bunch of Tréteaux and System Disco records. And I think also some ABBA stuff. I don't remember. Wow, I'm really sucking at this right now. I'm gonna try focusing for the next lap. But there's still more to say, I think, about that stuff. Oh! That was tight. And not like in a good way. That was just very, yeah. New PB on this save. Barely. Yeah. I'm not getting this one. So yeah, I'm just getting very interested in that, and I don't know if anybody else is actually looking into this. I didn't actually look if anybody was still interested in that. There was this, I guess the thing is, my dad started talking to me about this again, not only because like he worked like on the market to sell this stuff, like he was directly talking to distributors and the actual production houses for that. There was also this blog by a guy named nicknamed Joe, who like had this blog called Le Bon Craignos, which roughly translates to the good scrunkly. The good scrunkly, I guess. It's essentially like this guy just has a fucking smattering, like a dozen, hundreds of blog posts reviewing these French cover records. And it's just fascinating, man. You could go for days if you could read French. and like, this guy has so much wit when he's talking about this. It's funny, man. Like, you get reviews about the actual like licensed songs, how well they're interpreted, and there's some that are actually kind of okay. The instruments are generally really good. It's just the vocals that generally don't fit very well for one reason or another. Yeah, you generally see pretty good instrumentals on these records. That is pretty well represented in this blog, I think. Except for the synthesizers. Some of the synths are they're just not it. There's using, my god, if you listen to Da Da Da, like that song, all of the covers that you're gonna listen to from any label are just going to like be absolute dog water. My god. The the backing like metronome sound is always represented using some kind of Hammond organ synth, and it's funny, man. I think it's a Hammond organ. It's some kind of plucky synth, at least. It's just not it with the wrong presets, I guess. That kind of like represents well the sound of French covers is Hammond organs and synthesizers of poor taste. But I don't know, it's endearing in a way. They also like having like nearly like almost pinups on the cover arts. Pop Hits is especially guilty of this, like in the 70s. It's always like they're not fully revealed, at least, but you know, they, in modern standards, you know that unless like, man, I think there was one where she had her headlights out. I keep thinking about how one day I'm gonna have to scan that. My God. Yeah. Why not? If it sells, you know what they say, sex sells. Pretty sure it does, considering that these have sold pretty well. But it's also the music on it. Like mostly for that reason. Like, you know, it's they were, from what I'm told, they were pretty cheap. Not cheap, but more affordable than buying the individual songs, until like the record companies actually started making hit compilations of the original songs that were affordable themselves. Yeah, because there weren't hits compilations, I think, back then, or at least they weren't as common. Pretty sure. And I've seen them in on flea market searches, compilations of original songs, and they generally had like a little thing saying they were the original like versions, instead of like some guy, because on French cover records they were obligated to put on the cover art that it wasn't actually the originals. They always had to write interpreted by Mario Cavallo and his orchestra, or something like that, you see. Gilles Pellegrini and his orchestra and the singers, they always had to print that on the front and on the back, and I think also on the actual the vinyl sides. I don't remember what the middle part is called. Yeah, you get it. So yeah. Oh, about that blog. It's kind of why I started being really interested in that, because you know, for years my dad's been following this guy, his blog. You know, he's been showing me like little bits and pieces of it for years. But like that guy, he died like I think 2 or 3, 4 years ago now. He had a bunch of like contributors actually send him rips, and like vinyl rips and scans and stuff to actually put on the site. It was a Blogspot site, and yeah. He had also like just a few acquaintances, like some friends, and like for example Doug Culver, and I don't know if he's gotten over his passing yet, but from what I've read, it's still pretty. It's still got a pretty big impact on that scene, the French cover records preservation scene, I guess. Because man, I'm not afraid of calling it like preservation, because if you see his Blogspot page, this Joe guy, Lobo Cranios, it's just wall-to-wall archived records. It's all MP3. Yeah, and like my father's downloaded a bunch of it, and it's okay quality. Like honestly, like for what it is. And like this was like started like in, I don't know when it started, but like he was already active back in 2010, so he must have been in this game for quite a while. In this preservation game, I don't know if he always gave links to vinyl rips, like MP3 rips, but at least I guess he always reviewed them. Honestly, I don't know. I haven't looked at the first posts. That seems like a logical thing to do. Just look at the first post, see what was there. But no, I was more focused on actually trying to download the rips on his site before they went down, because a lot of the links there, the download links went down because time marches on and people don't download them and they disappear. Which is also like why I'm thinking of putting some of Joe's rips, his rips on Internet Archive. I don't actually know how to classify them though. Like I don't know if I should like separate my own personal rips that I've done myself in FLAC with his. I don't know if I should add like a little indicator that it's mine or his. I don't know. Maybe a little LBC in brackets for Lobo Cranios. Maybe. For now, there's only like I have like scanned a full cover art at 600 dpi of a System Disco record and ripped it or transferred it. I don't know what's the term. Then yeah, I put it online right before the DDoS, but after the security breach, funny enough. Yeah, I say funny, it's not that funny, but man, good thing I started using a password manager. Jesus. Use a password manager, people. It's annoying. It's a kind of a maintenance thing, a little bit, but just get KeePass XC, and you're good. You're good. You just put something like really secret as a master password, or something that only like people close to you would know. Or if you don't trust it, just don't do that. And have something completely unique. Okay, password tangent aside. Yeah, I don't want these records to disappear. I think there's something there. If it's not for listening, it's for sampling. because clearly some of these records have sampling value, and I think even the licensed songs have sampling value. They're not getting sold anymore. There is literally no incentive to not archive these, because they will only get rarer and rarer with time as people throw them away, I guess. I'm really afraid of that. Like one day, like we wake up and just everybody who's got the final person who like had this in his grandfather's collection, just put it in the trash. You know, that's kind of sad to me. I don't want that. Only people who have these anymore would be like collectioners. And I know some people do have collections of these. I'm pretty sure, but they're not public about it. I don't know it for a fact, but it just seems obvious. I'd rather not jinx all of that, though. I would just rather. Okay, I'll just switch track because I'm kind of getting bored, and you are probably getting bored too. Let's do. You know what? What looks kind of fun? Boneyard looks good. I'm gonna pick the 20th. Yeah. Probably still too high for me, but whatever. Yeah, here we go. And yeah. So I do have a bunch of them though. I do have like bunch of things from Joe's blog, the Mucrinos, and I have organized with. I don't know. I'm kind of like stuck on how to actually do it, because I don't want to do it wrong. But I also know that you have to fall flat on your ass before you stand out properly. Like, I know baby steps. I'm not a good archivist because I don't know how to archivist. I guess I'll just get better with time. I hope so. Maybe I should just do it. It's probably the best course of action. That's a tight turn. I have to account for that next time. Okay, that's a PB. It's just funny, man. This music. And there's like novelty songs in there too. Like there's Nordic novelty, like kind of you know, what do you call these? I mean, there's like the chicken dance. The French version of the chicken dance is like on a bunch of records. You can actually hear different versions from different labels, which is kind of interesting. You see how they did their version. My favorite one is the System Disco one. Yeah, I was saying there was Nordic, like, I don't know how do you call these, like, they're just like really immature songs. It's just funny. Like the kind of stuff you would sing over a drink. This shit is just hilarious to me, especially when you hear these hilarious fucking versions that these studio folks made. And so you get the immaturity. On top of that, you get the dubious quality, but there's also like a little bit of sincerity in their performance. You can tell that like when they're singing these songs, it's pretty like they're sincerely kind of having fun with it. You can feel that. I did have like a mini disc. I did burn a mini disc with a bunch of the of covers. It's so funny as shit, man. Too bad my mini disc car stereo stopped working. It just stopped playing sound one day. The screen works, but it just doesn't play sound, which is kind of sad. It was just pretty. It was a Sony one too, and got it from my father. He wasn't using it for like over 10 years. You'd be surprised how sturdy old tech can be. It's insane. And when it doesn't work, generally it's just like a just a small thing you have to buy and just change. Take it apart, change the thing, and there you go. I don't know what it's called. It's not the bearing. That's like gear stuff, I think. I don't know all the English words, okay? Okay. Angles are pretty bad here. But I've also been talking, so honestly that's kind of a handicap. Oops. I don't even drink bubbly stuff. I just drink water. This song is so funny. Can You Dance by Kenny Jam and Jason, I think. Yeah, that's it. Dog in the house. My God. Cringe. Yeah, that's a new PB. Oh man, it could have been good if I didn't look. I didn't drift so poorly. I've been doing a lot of ripping personal collection, and also my dad's collection as well. And I've been scanning also CD cover art and different stuff. Because it's just easy. Like, with a printer scanner, you just pop the thing on the thing. 600 DPI and it's good. Sometimes I convert it to JPEGs using JPEGly because it's a little big and people don't want to download huge cover art. Yeah. But there's a lot of stuff that I've uploaded that's like 20 megabytes. I should probably like use JPEGly more often than not because a lot of casual users on MusicBrainz and they actually don't know it because it's implemented in a bunch of software and hardware stuff. And I don't use anything that uses MusicBrainz outright except MusicBrainz and Picard itself. But my uncle does, and he actually he put a CD in his CD player and just like connected to the internet. I think it was like a Blu-ray player or something, and just it showed the cover art and all the metadata I added for it, and that was pretty cool. I didn't know some of this stuff did that. Now I know it's not for nothing that I ripped his French cover CD. Yeah. I mean, somewhere I want to believe that this isn't useless. Because I have like spent like since the beginning of August, late July, I've been on a MusicBrainz editor's honeymoon, I guess. I don't know, I fucking love contributing to that site. Back in I've been contributing a little bit to Discogs. I've been contributing for years a little bit. I've added a few submissions, but like nothing serious. And I wanted to. I don't even remember how I found MusicBrainz, but just I don't know. I found it. I kind of saw cover art support, and it gave high quality cover art. I'm like, what the fuck? Cover art that's like more than 600 pixels wide and tall? Because Discogs caps the size of uploaded cover art. Like, sign me up. And there's like I started contributing for that reason, because of the high quality cover art, but also because like you can add a lot of detail, much more detail to like individual entities compared to like Discogs, which Discogs doesn't even have like, you can't even see a list of songs that an artist has recorded. You can you have to look at the individual products, and that sucks. Like, man, I can just go right now and if I want to find the entry for Shelter, the Porter Robinson and Marion song, all I need to do is go to the MusicBrainz Porter Robinson entity, look at the recordings, and you scroll down to S. There you go. It's Shelter. It's there. Shelter and Marion, because they support multiple artists at once. Well, they do too in Discogs, but you don't actually get like a dedicated page for every recording and stuff. There's also this thing that's been happening with Discogs recently. It's just gotten incredibly slow, unusably slow sometimes. I don't know, some people must be loading like huge discographies or something, because man, I've been getting a bunch of like Discogs and maintenance pages. Like, I'm paraphrasing, but yeah. this page is not available right now, something like that. And it sucks. Meanwhile, Music Brains is more detailed, has higher quality cover art support, and is absolutely snappy as fuck. It's snappy, man. It's an old interface style, sure. Discogs has updated its interface a little bit, but comparatively, but Music Brains is just it's much more like power or usery, I guess. If that makes sense. It's just more. I want to use Music Brains over Discogs if I really. I'll use Discogs if I really have to. Like if there's something that's not on Music Brains. And if that's the case, I'll just import it because people have made user scripts for that. And I don't mind contributing to Music Brains at all, because Music Brains is just really cool. Like I was using already MP3 tag to tag my library, but I don't know. It's just it already had Music Brains support, and I could just use that and get quality metadata and even cover art if Internet Archive is online, at least, which it isn't. It still isn't, I think, right now. And that kind of bums me out. Yeah, I started talking about Internet Archive and I'm back talking about it again. Yeah. I've kind of become a preservation nerd. I guess it's because of all the lost media that's been popping up. The found media, at least. Those stories are pretty interesting, and just being a part of that, not even as like being crowned a hero or anything, just making sure that these things live on. It just sounds nice, and helping them, it sounds nice. Like if someone like took the crown right now and started doing what I'm trying to do, like preserving French cover records and CDs and stuff. If they started doing that, I wouldn't mind. And in fact, I'd be overjoyed, because like I've been lonely in this in this endeavor. My dad's been focusing on other stuff, mainly mixing. He's a DJ, and also personal stuff. So he's not able to like contribute too much. Aside from like taking me to flea markets, I guess now I'm taking him, at least. Old man's getting kind of old. A little bit, and with that comes a few health problems. Yeah. It's fun. And like I encourage anyone listening to go to a flea market to see if there's anything interesting, because flea markets are cool. You give money you support your community, I guess, and also you get cool shit like that would have been going in the trash. Like Isn't that a win-win? I wonder how that fits in capitalism because you, I don't know, it feels like an outlier. Flea markets and the system, especially given, man, like in the same system we have flea markets and the stock market. It's just this nonsense. Wait, is that my ghost? Oh, that's my ghost, I think. Isn't it? I don't know actually, but he's been bumping into the wall. I think that's my ghost. Yeah. So there you go. It's kind of sucky, but whatever. No straight roads means you gotta drift. I have no reference for. I need this to be a little bit sharper. 1 second. 86 should be good. The camera updates at like 60 FPS locked. I guess it's a performance measure, but I don't like it. The wheels too, they're jittery. At least the main vehicle just is pretty clean and animates smoothly. The camera as well. What was I talking about? Man. Yeah, flea markets. I don't know. Ooh. So yeah, if anybody knows anybody who is interested in this stuff that's in France, let me know. The overlap between French record preservationists and my audience and my friends is 3 separate circles that are not touching at all and are actually living completely different life in different countries. Oh yeah, sharper helps. Shit. Something I'm gonna look into is my Creative Sound Blaster X5 HD. Yes, that's the entire product name. I'm saying this, and I'm saying the entire product name because I'm having a problem with it. It's kinda sucking for me right now. It's, I hear mains hum through it. I don't know why. I've got a Technics SL10 record player, and I don't know why, but when I go to transfer a record to my PC, it's just it's got mains in it. I hear the I see the harmonics in the spectrogram and everything when the reading head is not on the record itself, which sucks because there's this parasitic mains hum all the time. I could try to like cancel it out, but there's a little bit of noise mixed in there too, so I'll be adding noise. I mean, I'm risking adding noise at least. And I don't know how bad low frequency noises. I guess the Brownian noise is not bad, so it could be acceptable, to be honest. Love this song. Sam Wading is awesome. Sam Wading is a pretty nice artist. I guess breakbeat artist. I mean, it kind of is breakbeat sometimes. Sometimes it's not. It's mostly breakbeat, let's be honest. Could have been cleaner. Could have been cleaner. Yeah, I'm not too good with this. With this one. With this lap. I got my work cut out for me. I don't actually know what that means. Ocean World. Oh, this one was annoying. Surf City. Fine. I'm gonna pick number 25. Banan. Man, it's cold here. 1 p.m. in France is cold for some reason. I guess it's kind of humid. Okay. Holy shit. Okay, he's obviously got a running start. Can't be. I did this one a long time ago. Obviously not streaming. God's gonna come back, I'm sure. At least I will damn hope so. I'm gonna remember all these chicanes on the second checkpoint. I don't know why I mess up a king like this. I didn't mean to, at least. I don't know if I need to follow the road that closely because of the sand. I mean, the sand does slow down a little bit, but I don't know how much when drifting. Apparently, I don't give a crap. I mean, I kind of do because I want to go fast. Oh. Okay. Oh. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Do not go off-road. Got it. I won't. Your music. Yeah, more. Your music. Okay. Yeah, also that was just like. Okay, that was okay. 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 Marcus is a bit fast for me. Holy shit. This is called the Carbon, right? Man. It's a boat. Should have called this boat racing. Shit jokes. Yeah, I am. Scanning vinyl record cover art is absolutely not obvious when you are a poor son of a bitch. A frugal son of a bitch, sorry. You definitely have to make compromises to, well, still do it. I have I think it's A4 sized, an A4 sized printer scanner. I mean, they've got a flatbed the size of an A4, and I have to like scan a given record sleeve 4 times, rotating it each time, and just stitch that for the maximum sharpness and minimum warping, because I can't actually lay it flat on the bed because there's a little outset on each side, a little plastic outset. The bed itself is inset to fit paper. It's fucking annoying, and it makes each side blurry at the middle because it's lifted above the bed, which is specifically tuned so that the pixels are not blurry at that distance, that exact distance. And scanning is can be fucking annoying, but like CDs are fun. It's just you plop it on and it's gravy. I love a high quality scan because it's like seeing the thing at a scale you just wouldn't usually. It's like having your own like it's like having a magnifying glass, but it's also like, I don't know, it's importing it into the matrix. Oh, having everything in one place on the computer, on the hard drive, that's interesting. And that's got quite the appeal. Of course, I've been uploading scans to MusicBrain's cover art archive, but I've also been keeping it for myself. Don't you believe that I've been just deleting them after I put them on there? Unlike my big high quality scans, I've only done a single like record sleeve scan because they're annoying to do and you have to do stitching, but man, is it rewarding to have an nearly 8K image of a record sleeve. And with my method, frugal as it is, it's pretty sharp and pretty good. I don't know, I value that a lot. Quality cover art, man. Losslessness in general has an appeal for me because I don't know, it's just, I like having things the way they were produced and the way they were meant to be watched. The way they were made, I guess. How the... Man. Like, for example, there's this record by MF Robots, Music for Robots, that released like in 2016. it's pretty hard to find a high quality version of that album's cover art. Like the one I found and put on Music Brains is pretty high quality, but it's still blurry and has what I think is some kind of JPEG artifacting. I don't know why it would be so blurry. Like, I have the vinyl record. I own it, and it's sharper than that. I don't have a magnifying glass, and my eyesight is pretty blurry close up. Very close up. I can still see that. Yeah. I just like being able to see shit up close without hurting my eyes. Which is why I like digital cover art. Let's get back where we started before I shut off the stream to have a crunchy treat. And by crunchy treat I mean just eating lunch. I don't even know why I started this streaming. I felt like doing Time Attack on the internet. Kinda copying Faux Fox Figment now. Yeah, he or she did that. Okay, I don't remember Figment's pronouns. I forget. Taste pronouns. Oh, that was a PB section. Shit. I didn't even realize it, but I'm kind of applying staggered learning right now with this game. You know, spaced repetition. I mean, yeah, that's it. You know, like you have those flashcards for learning languages and stuff. Well, I use spaced repetition for Time Attack. I guess it is probably like better to like space it even more than that, but whatever. And also, like I've heard integration learning happens during sleep, so I'll probably like learn while I'm like snoozing and dreaming about skipping the toilet or whatever. I didn't mean to replay that. I hate ambiguous controls. But that's exactly what I have with Fullbar and what is it called? Steam Overlay. When I use my Xbox button and what's it called? And flick the left stick to the right. On Fullbar it changes to the next song, but on Steam it takes a screenshot, which is kind of annoying. Oh, clean. Oh, cap this off. Yeah. PB, okay, that's enough. I'm happy with that. Okay. Oh man. Fuck yeah. I wanna see the global times and then I'm gonna go eat a thing. Yeah, I'm still down there, but man, I'm happy. Wait, is that actually my PB? Oh, you okay? Okay. Well, I guess that wasn't actually. I don't know. Thank you for listening. You're probably listening in post. I don't know if anybody's actually showing up to watch this, but anyway, take care of yourself.